The good news is that Netflix has officially renewed Young Royals for a second season. The good news gets even better once you check out this video with all things you never thought you would see in the continuation, from a spicy installment to the involvement of politics and Prince Wilhelm and Simon in a proper relationship. Enjoy the video.
Hej, ska du till matten?
Ja.
Vi ska också på matten.
Spicy and exciting continuation. After what seemed like a decade, Netflix finally realized they should greenlight a continuation of one of their most underrated TV shows. For those of you that aren't familiar, Young Royals is a Swedish teen drama focusing on the life of Prince Wilhelm of Sweden and his fellow students in the fictional elite boarding school, Hillerska. Known as one of the best LGBT TV shows in the history of cinema, this Swedish teen drama premiered on July 1st, 2021. Honestly, the first season was perfect, with one problem. It only lasted for 6 episodes. Although the show's first installment consisted of 6 episodes, it managed to cover Wilhelm's struggles with his true identity, his constant battle of deciding what to do with his future as he becomes first in line for the throne following an unexpected accident, and perhaps one of the biggest twists, the videotape leak. Netflix announced that the show's second installment has officially begun filming, with a video where we thankfully see the already familiar cast members. According to Netflix, we will see a spicy and exciting new season with the focus set on Simon and Wilhelm. Now let's go through everything we should expect to see in the next installment. The involvement of politics. You already know that this isn't an ordinary coming-out-of-age story about love and romance. The show covers various topics, including politics, and with the involvement of politics, we see how children born in wealth have more opportunities when it comes to their future. But being a royal also comes with disadvantages, and that's why we absolutely adore the story of this show. It perfectly presents why these people struggle when they're forced to be surrounded by rich people. When you put 2 people who aren't as rich into a school filled with wealthy people, you should expect a lot of drama. This second installment will again cover these issues. Now let's get into details, shall we?
Är du okej? Ja. Det är så jävla varmt där inne så tänkte jag kunde ta det lite.
August gets what he deserves. As previously mentioned, one of the biggest storylines in Season 1 was about Wilhelm and Simon's leaked tape. In the last episode of the first installment, Wilhelm confronts August, who is responsible for the tape's release, but the tape's release was also followed by Linda removing Sarah and Simon from Hillerska. As expected, Sarah is pretty angry, so she decided to take the lead. Since she knows August released the tape, she makes a pact with him. She'll stay silent if he makes her a permanent resident of Hillerska. The surprising twist occurred when Sarah and August kissed, which makes us wonder about their future in the series. Will they become a couple? And now that Wilhelm knows who released the tape, we can expect to see the consequences of August's actions in the next installment. Prince Eric. Prince Eric, a character played by Ivar Forsling, had a few scenes in the show before he was killed off. This storyline left a lot of fans dissatisfied because he was, without a doubt, one of the most loved characters in the series. As Wilhelm's older brother, he always showed support for him, and now that he's dead, we need to prepare for an entire season without him. Unless the creators decide to include him through flashbacks. That would be fun to see, don't you think so? Several points of view. TV shows, especially those that revolve around a coming-out-of-age story, focus on a single character and his/her story only. Thankfully, that's not the case with this show, because in it, we can actually see several points of views. Yes, the plot is focused mostly on Wilhelm and his path of self-discovery, but that doesn't mean we're not seeing more pieces of information regarding August, Sarah, and Felice. The problem with the focus on a single character is that we never fully understand the struggles of the other characters who are part of the protagonist's life, and hopefully the show will continue with the same dynamic in the continuation. The younger audience is much grateful for these several points of view because everyone can actually relate to a different character, especially with the family issues the characters of the series deal with. What do you guys think about this? Do you believe other TV shows need to consider this idea?
Så ni skyllde allt på Alexander? Det är ingen som har sagt någonting om det.
Prince Wilhelm and Simon in a proper relationship. While we want to see more backstory on every single character from the show, we also want to see the protagonist in a proper relationship. I mean, it's time, don't you think so? Prince Wilhelm and Simon's complicated relationship needs to take a break from fights in the second installment. The two clearly love each other, and fans really want to see them in a public relationship. Of course, that would have to be followed by some issues, and things didn't really end on a good note for the two of them in the finale of Season 1. But they'll definitely work things out, if the show goes beyond season 2, we should exclude the idea of seeing them in a proper relationship this next season, because for a continuation to happen, the creators won't be able to give us the happily ever after so soon. Prince Wilhelm and Felice's friendship. At the beginning of the series, Felice was a potential love interest for Wilhelm, but even though she developed feelings for him, he didn't, and things didn't work out for the two of them. That obviously didn't change Felice's affection for him, and the two of them are good friends now. The second installment is likely to continue the story of their friendship because they both deal with similar family issues, and things would be easier for both of them if they continue offering support to one another. No more 35-year-old teenagers. We never really understood why creators of TV shows cast actors who are in their 30s and even 40s to play roles of teenagers. Some actors are actually teenagers and would be a better fit for the role, right? Well, if you're annoyed by this Hollywood trend, Young Royals is the show for you. The main actors in this series are between 18 and 22, and as far as I'm concerned, other TV shows need to learn a lot from Young Royals. Also, the characters are perfectly imperfect since they're shown with what some people would say flaws. The portrayal of autism is another thing we would love to see in the next installment, because this is one of the rarest TV shows that give an actual portrayal of the condition. And of course, the queer storyline in Young Royals is not your typical LGBT coming out of age struggle. Instead, these characters are presented in a realistic way that lets them explore. The protagonist, for instance, is allowed to take his time when it comes to his true identity. We hope this continues in season 2.
Men jag tycker om dig. Och det är inte på låtsas.
Release date. As already mentioned, the second installment got greenlighted, but when is it coming out? Sadly, we still don't have a precise release date, but we believe Netflix will soon announce more details regarding season 2. Since filming on season 2 commenced in February 2022, and if the continuation consists of the same number of episodes as the first installment, we should expect to see it sometime at the end of summer 2022, maybe by the end of the year, perhaps in October. This is only our guess, as nothing has been confirmed yet, but we'll update you as soon as Netflix releases more pieces of information. What we know for sure is that most of the cast returned for the next installment, including Edvin Ryding in the role of Prince Wilhelm. On a related note, what are your hopes and theories for season 2? Do you want the series to go beyond the second installment? Let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.